On behalf of the FEI, we are delighted to welcome you to the FEI Jumping Nations Cup Youth Qualifier here in Zduchovice. It is with great excitement that we discover the rising star of tomorrow as this new season unfolds. The FEI Jumping Nations Cup Youth Series provides an essential foundation for our sport, teaching young athletes the importance of teamwork and companionship, while allowing them to gain experience at the international level. Dámy a pánové, za malou chvíli nám začne další stoková soutěž na programu dnešního dne. Čeká nás pohár národů v dětské kategorii. Ladies and gentlemen, in few minutes we will start Nations Cup for Children.
Well, good morning, everybody, and welcome to Zduchovice. This is the third leg of the FEI Nations Cup for the Youth Series. Of course, we've already had two legs of this fantastic series for young riders in Centaur Park in Belgium and last week at Gorla Minore in Italy. Today we have 6 teams coming forward. Some of those teams are teams who were represented at the first 2 legs, and so they are going to be very keen to continue to make their mark on this third leg and continue to gain those valuable points for the 2022 season. In fact, our first team out this morning are Germany, and they are leading things in the provisional standings in this 2022 season, placing third at Centaur Park and second last week at Gorla Minore, so very strong performances from them. Of course, the Italian team also very, very strong last week at their home competition at Gorla Minore. Very dominant in a lot of those competitions. Lots of wins for the Italian team on home soil. They are our 5th team to start in this competition. Of course, we'll be bringing you the first round of competition, and then there are some individuals followed by the second round. Here we go then. Our first rider out for Germany is Eva Furch and Giacomo. She's the first rider for the German team. Of course, you will remember from this format that we have all of the first riders jumping first, then all of the second riders, then all of the third riders, and so on. Eva was also on the Children's Nations Cup team last week in Gorla Minore. There she rode Quintessa Locks, and here she rides Giacomo. Giacomo being a 12-year-old by Chaco Blue. There we have it then, the first rider for the German team, Eva Furch, just drops the 1 hole, so 4 faults and a time of 65.24. Time allowed is 78 seconds, so she's well within the time allowed. Going to the home team now then, this is Klara Hlavačová and Skip 59. This is the Czech Republic team, of course, on home soil here in Zduchovice. We'll take a little look around the course then while Clara tackles that here. This first fence is right in the middle of the arena. They then have a related distance down to the oxer at 2. Left-handed now to an upright at 3 in this corner. And then another left-handed curve to this oxer at 4 in the middle. Then they go right-handed on another related distance to a double at 5. Right-handed again to a quite tricky line at the back of the arena here. And she goes 7 strides from 6 down to the double at 7. Right-handed again then to 8 and 9. There 2 uprights again set on a related distance. 5 strides is what Klara Valakova puts in there. Then she goes to the next double, which is at 10. 11 and 12, 11 being the planks and 12 being this oxer to finish. You'll notice there as well that fence 9 is the wall, always eye-catching, always something that can fall so very, very easily as well. So just the one fence down for Klara Lavakova and skip 59. 2 riders have gone and 2 fences have dropped. As I say, we have 6 teams coming forward. We have 5 first riders. We have 1 team, which is Lithuania. They just have 3 riders in their team. All the others have 4. Next team represented, though, is Hungary. This is Johanna Fabian, and she rides Chabal, which is another 12-year-old, also by Chaco Blue. Balu Durue is the dam sire of this horse, very well bred horse, but similar breeding, in fact a half brother to Eva Furcher's horse, Giacomo. She just goes 6 down to that double at 7, and I think this is just a bigger striding horse, but they've got a good steady rhythm up, a good regular pace. Johanna Fabian is 13. the double, but that pays off for her. She's actually been jumping this horse up to 1.30 m recently. Of course, these fences are 1.25 m, so the height will certainly not be a problem. Pushes to the last. The scope that this horse has is fantastic, and it's just what they need around this course. A great start for the Italian team. A clear round for them too. Well, this is looking like a very exciting competition. A whole host of talented riders. 2 teams sit on 4 after their first riders, and 3 teams are on a clean sheet. The 2 teams on 4, of course, being Germany and the Czech Republic, and those 3 on a clean sheet being Hungary, Poland, and now Italy. Well, as I mentioned, we have now had those 5 first riders since the 6th team only had 3 riders. And we're now on to the German team's second rider. This is Jolie Marie Kühne. Jolie, of course, the daughter of Max Kühne, famous international show jumper, and she had a fantastic show last weekend. Double clear in one competition and clear with just one time, double clear with just one time fault in another. So super talented young rider. She rides a different horse here this week. This is Queen Latifah K. It's a 13-year-old mare. But as I mentioned, she had a great show last week with all those clear rounds, and she's keeping up that fantastic record again here. Another clear round for Jolie Marie Kühne, and it's a clear for the German team. Plenty of clears. They are coming thick and fast in this competition, which is actually a really different dynamic to what we've seen in the competitions in Centaur Park and at Gola Minore. In both of those 2 competitions, we actually saw quite a lot of faults early on. Of course, things could all change, but Germany have had 2 riders start and are only on a score of 4, so they're in a very strong position. Back to the home team now, though. This is Albert Pisarik. Albert rides Chapeau 2 for the Czech Republic, the home team. Again, big striding horse, going the 6 strides down to the double at the back of the arena here. The wall not causing too many problems so far either, certainly not for this 11-year-old. This pair went to Centaur Park to that competition but didn't compete on the team. Of course, they are here and the music goes up.
66-71 bezchybný začas 66-71 pro český tým. Jako další.
Another clear for the Czech Republic on our board, and that's a clear for the Czech Republic. They now just have a score of 4. Of course, remember, they do have 1 score to drop. So things are getting extremely competitive here. We turn now to the second rider for Hungary. This is Annabel Bodnar. Her teammate Johanna Fabian, of course, jumped clear. So if Annabelle can also jump clear, that will have her team in a very, very strong position. Would really put the pressure on those teams above her. Annabelle's most recent international competition was in Budapest. She took this horse, It's a Gamble, as well as one called For the Moment and Comedy Star, jumped in the 1 and 2 star competitions there. Jumping really well so far, sort of quite economical, and she does well to get the horse back there as well, just to keep the balance, keep the mare with her. This horse is by Toulon. Lots of very good breeding in the field here this morning. It's a gamble then, and Annabelle Bodnar not taking too many gambles, but certainly paid off for them. Another clear round. Important to remember as well that the second round of competition takes place over the exact same course as the first round of competition. So they have, of course, had a chance to have a good look around the course. Time allowed not causing any problems at all. We don't have any competitors yet even really coming close, actually. The time allowed is 78 seconds. And our slowest so far has been 71.88. Actually, our last competitor, Annabelle Bodnar, was our fastest so far. She finished the course in 60.808 seconds. This rider is Ewa Navigate. She rides for Poland, and the horse is Jonian Blue F. It's a stallion, 8-year-old stallion, by VDL Zirocco Blue. And actually this course seems to really reward a kind of level and rhythmical, consistent approach. There are plenty of questions with the related distances, but it's something that's causing too many problems. Course designers are Krista Heibach of Germany and Peso Mazek of the Czech Republic. Yet another rider having a great round, and that is another team picking up 2 clears. Hungary and Poland then, both teams with 2 clear rounds. Czech Republic and Germany both have a clear and a 4 faulting round. Let's go now to the team with 3 riders. This is Ewa.
Result of Julia Ganovska was 4 calls.
Ewa Navigate and Looping 72, who rides for Lithuania. Good height at that wall. finds it a little long in the second double combination. This is the horse that Jeva has taken to a good few competitions recently. 19th in the Children's Grand Prix at Lier, that was last week. So a little bit slower than some of our previous competitors, but that doesn't really matter, they are clear. Good start for the Lithuanian team, and of course the pressure is on all of their riders. They have to count the scores of all riders they have competing. Back to Italy now then, and that very, very dominant country on their home turf, of course, last week. Their second rider out is Greta De Angelo, riding full-time Liefhebber. Greta also has had some good results with this horse, full-time Liefhebber, who is a 12-year-old mare by Jetem Flamenco. Cheers going up from the Italian team supporters. Another very good performance. And another clear. That means then that we have two teams on two clear rounds. We have Italy. Their competitors were, of course, Lavinia Lobosco and Greta De Angelo, both of those going clear. And Hungary, Jana Fabian and Annabel Bodnar, both jumping clear. The score of the Polish rider, Julia Ganowska, has actually been amended to give her 4 penalties. So we'll get a little bit more information on that for you if we can. But we go back to the German team now. And their third rider is Luis Conle, who rides Zivia H. German team on a clear and a 4, so a clear round here would be really, really helpful for them. They would very much like to drop that 4 vaulting score and join the other teams who are on a clean sheet. This horse sort of swings his back legs to the left a little bit when he jumps. Arguably, so long as that doesn't have the fences down, that's not a problem, but it could make them a little bit slower actually over the ground. Oh, I think he's just lost a shoe there as well. Excuse me, this is a 15-year-old mare. Punches the air, very, very happy competitor for the German team, Zivia H.
66.39, bezchybná jízda, čas 66.39 pro německý tým. Česká republika na startu Kristýna Veverková a Kapua.
So 3 riders gone for the German team and 2 clears and a 4 faulting round, which we would definitely consider, especially in the context of the first 2 legs of this Youth Nations Cup series, to be a very, very good performance indeed. The Czech Republic are up next, the home team, bringing now their 3rd rider. This is Kristina Veverkova. She rides Kapua. Kapua is a 17-year-old gelding by Carignou, and incidentally this is actually the oldest horse in our field. The youngest are 8. We have a few 8-year-olds here. Oh, that's a shame. The horse just getting a little bit flat there. Yeah, he's just not quite picking up in front, is he? That slight swing sideways at the double also won't help things. Of course, Czech Republic do have 4 riders, so they can drop a score. I think it would be great if Christina could just get the balance back a little bit. I think he's just getting quite on her forehand, and that's making things quite difficult here. 2 fences down then. Interestingly, that's one of our slower rounds as well, and I think that sort of heaviness on the forehand was really having an impact there. For the Czech Republic then, 8 faults for Kristina Veverkova. Of course, they also have a clear from Albert Pizarnik and that early 4 faulting round from Klara Klavakova. So, of course, they will be hoping to drop that score of 8, but that means the Czech Republic will carry forward at least 4 faults, whereas Germany have 2 clears and a 4 faulting round. So if their final rider goes the way they would like, they may well drop that 4 faults. Hungary then are one of our teams still on a clean sheet. This is Zofia Mariana Herman with LNS Cassiana. LNS Cassiana is a 9-year-old mare. Ooh, gives the first part of the double at 7 a good rub. Stays up though. She's been jumping this horse up to this level, up to 1.25 meters. She did extremely well to get that back for the second part of the double. For such a kind of missed stride and the way that fence came down, they have done extremely well to pull that back together. What a very, very good horse. And a very good rider to have those quick reactions to get things back in time for the second part of the double. So, a slightly dramatic moment, but just 4 faults for Zofia Mariana Herman. Just 4 on the board for Hungary. Of course, they do have 2 clears, and now that 4 faulting round. Remember, Hungary, this is their first appearance on the Children's Youth Nations Cup competitions this season. We go back to Poland now. The third rider for the Polish team is Małgorzata Babczyńska. And Małgorzata rides Happylina. Poland, of course, so far have 4, so a clear would be really helpful here. She's good to the wall. Now is the, bold shot to that double, but she's just now got 2 fences left. Now let's get the balance back. Uses her body well to get it back ready for the planks. And for the last fence, clears it by a mile.
Clear in
Clear round then for the Polish competitor Małgorzata Babczynska with that lovely 12-year-old. I believe that was actually this combination's first competition together. The horse was previously ridden by Adam Gregorowski, and I believe that was their first international competition together, and in which case that is an even more impressive performance. Poland at the moment on a score of 4 with the 2 clears and a 4 faulting round from Julia Ganowska. Of course they could drop that depending on what their last competitor does. So for Lithuania then, this is Laura Bergit, and she rides Need for Speed, who is a 13-year-old stallion. We don't have too many stallions in this field, but we do have a few. Remember, the Lithuanian team just have those 3 riders. Laura herself is only 12 years old. We have a lot of 13 and 14-year-old riders, but Laura is certainly one of the younger ones at 12. Ooh, a bit of a twisting. I think a brick just came out of the wall there. The horse is getting quite strong. This horse is by Necton. Now let's just have a look at the score, because I think that could just be somewhere that we see. This might well be what have happened with Julia Ganowska, because it looked very much like a brick came out of the wall there. So a clear round has gone onto our results list, but I have a feeling that might be amended, much like the score of Julia Ganowska, because I'm pretty sure that a brick came out of the wall, which would of course incur them 4 penalties. But let's see. Back to Italy now. This is Sofia Ottaviani. And Sofia rides J. Takili. This is by Harley VDL. And this is one of those younger horses in our field, just 8 years old. Ooh, some vocal encouragement there from Sofia. She's been jumping in Rome for that's her most recent international appearance. That was back in September 2021. She rode some different horses there though, not this horse. This is of course J. Takili. Good at the planks. That's been riding really well this final line. Big cheers again from the Italian team. They are fantastic supporters here. Clear round then for Italy. So Italy now have 3 clears. So really what their last competitor does doesn't really matter. They are going to finish this first round on a clean sheet, and that is crucial. Across the 3 legs of the Nations Cup competition, we have really not seen many teams have a clean sheet going into the second round. In fact, we certainly haven't seen as many clears as this. Full stop around any courses. Back to Germany now. And this young rider is Antonia Hassler. She rides Kiwi's Dream B. Antonia competed in last week's Nations Cup competitions at Gola Minore. She rode Calia S there. But this horse, Kiwi's Dream, is an 8-year-old mare by Kiwi Dream. Beautifully down that final line as well. That's the horse that Antonia took to Centaur Park, of course, but not on the Nations Cup team, but jumped a good few competitions there. Previously ridden by Steffi de Boer. So a brilliant final round from the German rider. It is, of course, clear. Now, Germany have also, well, that is the German final rider. So their first rider picked up 4 faults, and their next 3 all jumped clear. So a clean sheet is the result for the German team, as they, of course, just count 3 scores. Back to the home team now, then, for the Czech Republic. This is Kristina Gutova, a 14-year-old rider who rides this 10-year-old stallion, Flavio 57. The Czech team have a rider on 4, a rider on a clear, and a rider on 8. Does well to get that back. It could just be a little costly on time. I think he was potentially napping back to the in-gate, actually. Gets very deep into the wall. He was lucky there, and he's getting quite strong now. Again, this is a relatively new partnership. This horse was previously ridden by Zuzana Janatova. I think she did extremely well to keep that within the time allowed with the horse's added movements, shall we call it. Time allowed, remember, is 78 seconds, and Kristina Gutova finishing in just over 74 seconds. Just picks up 4 penalties then. So the Czech Republic team will be on a score of 8 from this round. They'll drop the score of 8 from Kristina Veverkova, and their total will be 8 from the first round. Hungary have their final rider in now. This is Rodrigo Zuhai, who rides the 8-year-old JJ. Hungarian team are in a strong position, but the pressure is on this rider a little bit. They have 2 clear rounds and 1 4-faulting round. So if he could jump clear, this would have them on a fantastic result. Oof. But he's no stranger to the championship level. Of course, Rodrigo also competed at Villamoura in 2021. That was with Chaco Boy. Last competition internationally with this horse was Budapest. But they also went to the Nations Cup, the finals, in Kronenberg in September last year. So certainly an experienced combination. But that is the kind of person you want in that position of intense pressure, being the final rider to jump. Certainly the right rider for the job. Rodrigo Zuhai and JJ clear And that leaves the Hungarian team on a clean sheet. Well, that is a fantastic start for the Hungarian representatives in this FEI Jumping Nations Cup Youth season. Remember, that's their first appearance at this level. And a clean sheet so far. Just 3 more riders left to go then. Next up is for Poland. This is Roxana Nawrocka. Roxana rides Penny Lane. This is a 10-year-old mare. Again, another rider who many of you will recognise from those championships in Villamoura in 2021. She rode a different horse there, that was Chenoa. But Penny Lane is one of her front-running campaigners at the moment. Been competing in plenty of one-star competitions around Poland, with a good few podium finishes actually. Horse has also competed up to 1.30 m, so these 125 fences we would hope wouldn't be a problem. Making that look easy. Absolutely makes it look easy. Fantastic round. Roxana Nawrocka then goes clear for Poland. And again, Poland now just have that one fence down. That was with Julia Ganowska. That was the amended score, remember. And so they dropped that 4 vaulting score. They do have 3 riders on a clear round. Clean sheet from the first round. So we now have 2 teams on a clean sheet. Hungary and Poland. They are our most recent ones. They join Germany, who are on a clean sheet, as well as Italy. So actually, you know, things are really going to be decided by that second round. Moving on, though, to the final rider for Lithuania. This is Trojas Rimkevičius. Lithuania have 2 clears, so if he can jump clear and keep them on a clean sheet as well, that would be really impressive actually, because of course the Lithuanian team do only have 3 riders here. But again, they're pulling out their most experienced competitors at the end. Oh, gets very close to the last. We haven't seen anyone do that. Takes a little look back, but yes, it has stayed up. 68.05, so again, he's well within the time allowed. But crucially, it's clear, so the Lithuanian team are also on a clean sheet.
Startující v rámci italského týmu a v rámci této startovní listiny Elia Migliaccio Riding Explorer.
Lithuania there becoming our 5th team on a clean sheet. Teams are jumping fantastically well around this course. We could see the time being very influential in the second round. In any case, our final rider in the ring now is Elia Migliaccio, who rides Explorer for Italy. This gelding is by Contador.
Rider retire.
Final Italian rider retires then. That was Elia Migliaccio. But to be honest, it doesn't really matter because they are already on a clean sheet. Their other 3 riders jumped clear. So The way that it stands now, the teams that we have on a clean sheet are Lithuania. Lithuania, of course, were the team with only 3 riders. Poland, also on a clean sheet. They dropped that score of 4 penalties, so their other 3 riders' scores counting were, of course, all clear. Hungary also on a clean sheet. They again just dropped that 1 score of 4 faults. Germany also on a clean sheet. They just dropped that very first rider into the arena's score. Italy on a clean sheet as well, 3 clears and 1 rider retiring. Czech Republic finish on a score of 8. They count 2 4-faulting rounds and a clear round. So it is absolutely all to play for in the second round. Things could change quite dramatically here because it's just absolutely wide open. We have a lot of teams on a clean sheet. As I say, it's pretty unheard of actually. It's almost like a fresh competition in the second round. In fact, out of the field of 23, 16 riders jumped clear, so it's a big number. Fastest of those was Greta De Angelo for Italy. Her time was 59.54, closely followed by Annabel Bodnar of Hungary. 60.08 was her time. They were all well within the time allowed though. So of course there will be a second round of competition. All of the riders will come forward again and they'll go in reverse order of merit for that second round. In the meantime though, we have an individual competition.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have some technical problem. We will start in 5 minutes. Dámy a pánové, řešíme zde nějaký technický
Just hearing there's
problém.
a slight technical problem at Zduchovice, but the individuals will go in between the 2 rounds. We'll then be back following those 20 individual competitors for the second round of competition, so do stay with us for that.
Dámy a pánové, zahajujeme tedy jednotlivce v rámci této soutěže. Ladies and gentlemen, we will start with individuals in this competition. As the first on the start list for Poland, jako prvá na startovní listině za Polsko Zuzana Přibylská Kony.